Good morning, student. This is a revision video on chapter number 10, light. In this video, we are going to study about the concept of reflection. What do you mean by light? Light is a form of energy that gives us the power of vision so that we can see any object with the help of light. In this chapter, we are going to study about reflection, and in another video, we will study about refraction. So, already we have studied about the straight light propagation in the main chapter videos. What do you mean by ray of light? It is a line in the direction the movement of the light, in whichever direction the light is traveling. A small straight line is known as a ray of light. What do you mean by beam of light? When such rays combine together, then a bunch of those rays is known as beam of light, and all the rays in the beam are parallel. Then what do you mean by refraction? Reflection of light. When any light is allowed to fall on highly polished surface. If any light ray falls on the polished surface such as mirror, then the most of the light gets reflected back, or it gets bounced back in the same medium, and this bouncing of the light ray is known as a reflection of light. Then we saw about laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. First is the angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection, and the second is incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal to the reflecting surface at the point of incidence all lies in the same plane. Then we saw about the image formation by the plane mirror. There are two types of mirror. What do you mean by mirror? Mirror is nothing but a glass which is polished with the which is silver coated at the back side. So it makes this silver coating makes the front side a reflecting part. There are two types of mirror: plane mirror and curved mirror, these are also known as spherical mirrors. So first we will see the image formation by the plane mirror. When any object is kept in front of the plane mirror, then the image, what kind of image is formed? The image is always virtual and erect. For example, when you see yourself in the mirror of the dressing table, the real image cannot be formed, or the real images can only be formed on the screen. For example, when you are seeing the any pictures or movies or photos on the screen, or in on the cinema theater, then those images are the real images, whereas when you see yourself on the mirror, then no image is formed. So it is a virtual and erect image. What kind of image? Another point is, it is laterally inverted. Laterally inverted means that you can see the left side of the object appears on the right hand side. For example, if you raise while seeing in the mirror, if you raise your right hand, it seems as the image is raising its left hand, and the size of the image is always equal to the size of the object. Where is the image formed? The image is formed far behind the mirror, as the object is in front of it. For example, if you are 2 meters ahead in front of the mirror, then the image will be formed 2 meters away from the mirror, behind the mirror. Then we will see about the reflection of light by the spherical mirrors. There are two types of mirrors: spherical mirrors, concave mirror, and convex mirror. What are the spherical mirrors? When any mirror is curved inward or outward, then it is called a spherical mirror. For example, spoon. You can take the example of spoon. The shiny part which is curved inside is known as concave mirror, and the shiny part which is curved outside, that is backside of the mirror, spoon, is nothing but convex mirror. So spoon is the best example of concave mirror also and convex mirror also. If it is curved inward, it is concave, and it is curved outward, then it is convex. Now there are few terms which are related to the spherical mirrors that we must come to know. That first is principal axis. What do you mean by principal axis? The principal axis is a line which is passing through the center of the mirror, spherical mirror, or it connects the pole and the center of the curvature of the mirror. And what do you mean by pole? We can say that the central point on the mirror is known as, or aperture of the mirror is known as pole. What do you mean by aperture? We can say the width of the reflecting surface. If we take a whole glass and we take a small portion as a reflecting surface, then that is known as aperture. What do you mean by center of curvature? The center of the hollow glass sphere of which the spherical mirror is a part is known as center of curvature. What do you mean by radius of curvature? The radius of the spherical mirror, spherical hollow glass of which this spherical mirror is a part is known as radius of curvature. Here it is the distance between the pole and the center of curvature. It is represented by r. What do you mean by focus point? The focus point are the point at which all the parallel rays meet after getting reflected. This is also known as principal focus or focus, and it is represented by f in the diagram. After that, what do you mean by focal length? The distance between the pole and the focus point is known as focal length. Then what is the relationship between the radius of curvature and the focal length? Always remember that the focal length is half of the radius of curvature. So f is equals to r by 2. Now we will see how the image formation takes place by the spherical mirrors. See, what there are some rules which are given over here. First, when a light ray is traveling parallel to the principal axis, it always passes through the principal focus, okay, or it appears to pass through the principal focus. This is the first rule. What is the second rule? The vice versa only. If the light ray passes through the focus, it reflects parallel to the principal axis. What is another rule? A ray of a light which passes through the center of curvature always retrace their same path after reflection. That is, if a light ray is traveling and it passes through the center of curvature after reflection, it will go back in the same direction only. That is through the center of curvature only. What is the third rule? A ray of light which is falling on the pole. If any ray of light is directly falling on the pole, then it will be reflected with the same angle in the same medium on the other side of the principal axis. Always remember that a ray of light passes through the center of curvature of the reflecting surface always act as a normal at a point of incidence. If we know the normal, we can draw the angle of incidence and angle of refraction. Now, one more note that you should keep in mind is that image formation only takes place when two or more rays meet at a point. So here we will see how the image formation takes place by the concave mirror. Suppose the object is at infinity. Infinity means at a far distance which we cannot calculate. Then the light rays traveling from this object will be parallel to principal axis. As the rays travel parallel to the principal axis, after reflection they will meet at focus. So the position of the image will be at focus. And what is the size of the image? It will be highly diminished, that is it will be a point size. And the nature, always remember that the concave mirror forms two types of images, real image and the virtual image. So in this case the real and the inverted images form. Always remember the word rever, R-I, real inverted, ver, V-E-R, V virtual and E-R erect. So if it is virtual image, it is always erect, and if it is real image, it is always inverted. Now if the object is beyond C, then what happens? When the object is at beyond C, the image formation takes place between the C and F, that is center of curvature and focal point. It is a real and inverted image, and the size is small as that of the real object. Now suppose the object is at center of curvature, that is at C, then the image formation will be at C only. Size will be the same size that of the object, and it will be the real and inverted object, real and inverted image. Suppose the object is between C and F, that is center point of curvature and focus, then the image formation will be taken beyond the C. The image will be enlarged and it will be real and inverted. Now suppose the object is at focal point, then what happens? The image takes place at the infinity. It will be the real and inverted, and the image will be highly enlarged. Now the sixth case is if the object is placed between the focus point and the pole, then the image formation takes place behind the mirror. So if the image takes place behind the mirror, then it will be always a virtual and the erect image, and it will be enlarging image. You can also remember this as a special case represented by a tiger, where every above 1 to 5 concepts were the VED. VED means what? Uh, sorry, where all 1 to 5 cases were forming the real and inverted images, whereas here this case forms a V image. V image means V double E image. V double E image means virtual, erect and enlarged. Now the image formation by convex mirror. There are only two cases for the convex mirror. If the object is placed at infinity, then the image formation will take place at the focus, that is behind the mirror, and so the position of the object image will be at the focus, and it will be highly diminished, that is point size. It will be virtual and the erect image. When the object is placed between the infinity and the pole, anywhere between the infinity and the pole, always remember that the position of the object will be behind the mirror between pole and the focus, and the size of the image will be small, whereas it will be virtual and erect. Now what are the uses of concave mirror and convex mirror? Concave mirrors are used in torch, searchlight and headlights of the vehicle. They are used to see the large image of the face as a shaving mirror. They are used by the dentist to see the image of the teeth. They are also used as a focus uh, in the solar furnace to focus the sunlight on the furnace. After that, uses of convex mirrors. The convex mirrors, as always, form the erect images. They are used as a rear view mirrors of the vehicle. It helps the driver to view the large area. These are also used by the shopkeepers. Convex mirrors are also used by the shopkeepers to keep an eye on the thieves as the security mirrors. Now there are some sign convention for the reflection by the spherical mirrors. What are the sign convention? That the object is always placed to the left side of the mirror, and all the distances are calculated from the pole of the mirror, where so P is taken as origin. Right side of the pole will be taken as positive and the left side of the pole will be taken as negative. Now the above perpendicular distance above the principal axis will be taken as positive, and the perpendicular distance below the principal axis is known always taken as negative. How is taken in Cartesian sign system? Same, it is done with the sign convention. Now next topic is mirror formula. Why we are using mirror formula? Mirror formula is very important. It is used to find out the image, where the image is formed, at what distance, and what is the nature of the image. So the mirror formula is 1 upon f is equals to 1 upon v plus 1 upon u, where f is the focal distance, focal length, v is the image distance from the pole, and u is the object distance from the pole. R is the radius of curvature, so f is equals to r upon 2. Next concept is magnification. What do you mean by magnification? If you know what do you mean, at what distance the image is formed from the mirror at and of what size, then you should use the concept of magnification. So magnification is a ratio of the height of image to the height of object. It is represented by m is equals to height of image upon height of object. Let the height of image is given by h dash and the height of object is given by h. So m is equals to h dash upon h. M is also equal to minus v upon minus u, where v is the image distance and u is the object distance. So from the equation 1 and 2 you will get m is equals to h dash upon h is equals to minus v upon minus u. Now if the magnification while calculation, if you get the magnification more than value 1, then the image size will be magnified. If it is equal to 1, then the image size will be same as that of the object, and if it is less than 1, then the image size will be diminished, that is smaller than that of the object. Now there are some tips to remember the sign convention. See, for the concave mirror the focal length is always negative because it is calculated towards the left, and for the convex it is positive because it is calculated towards the right. Object distance for concave and the convex will be taken as negative only, whereas for the image distance concave mirror there are two types of images, real and virtual. So for the when the real image is formed, it is formed in the front of mirror, that is towards the left, so it is negative, whereas virtual image formed behind the mirror towards the right side, so it is positive. For the convex mirror always image is virtual, so it is positive. Height of the image object is always positive. For the real image the height is negative, and for the virtual image the height is positive. So here we have completed about the reflection of light. I hope you have understood all the concepts in this revision video. Thank you.